Hey, what's up, fitness family? Hey, I wanted to talk to you real briefly about exercise, the exercise component, which you definitely need to be focusing on because exercise and the way that you're gonna train is going to affect your body composition. Your body will only respond to the way that you force it to respond, right? So if you're lifting really, really heavy weights, then you're probably going to get. I don't like the term bulky because bulky is a term of heavy muscle and fat, and of course, very, very, very few of you guys are looking for just like maximum gain. So what we're looking for is you train heavy with lower reps, then of course you're going to be getting stronger, and we also define that as power. Now your power is going to be like the speed of quickness, right? So like boxers will often train in very heavy power lifting or power focus, and you train that in two different ways with heavy weights for low reps and very, 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 very light weights. In fact, I'm doing a little bit of a power component before I actually get started in the bulk of my workout. I already got my warm up in, my movement prep in, but I've got a 3 kilogram or about a 6 pound medicine ball. And so I'm doing some chest presses. I do them for three reps, take about 2 to 3 minutes of rest, then I go back in and I hit that. So what's that going to do is it's not going to feel like you're doing a whole lot, but you got to get maximum muscle recruitment. That's really, really critical whenever you're looking for power development, because you're trying to utilize as many muscle fibers as you possibly can. So that's going to be your power training. Most of you guys are going to be looking for more body compositional change, and that's going to incorporate a little bit of that lean muscle gain, which for most people is actually going to be what we call hypertrophy, which is what bodybuilders do, but you're just looking at it at a much lesser angle. And that's really, really why heavy weight is so super critical, because not only does the research show that heavy weight is going to translate to hypertrophy gains, but it's also going to transfer into some strength gains as well. So your repetitions, you're looking for usually about 8 to 12 reps. You can go a little bit lower. In fact, I do that in my own. I look for a little bit of hypertrophy. I'm really shooting for more athletic performance for myself. So that's why I'm incorporating a lot of the power training, because that's going to be the off the line, the quickness, the being able to jump higher, etc. But your strength gains, your hypertrophy training, which are two different styles of training, both of those are going, because they do interlap just a little bit, they're both going to transfer to some of that as well, some of that off the line and some of that maximum speed. In fact, recent research indicates that strength training is really good for sprinting. So you're not just working on that lower reps or that off the line, the quickness, what we call it, which is the first two steps. You're actually working on building up some great quad strength as well. So all that stuff is going to be really, really critical in your strength and hypertrophy. We'll lump it together, even though that's really unfair to the two. But that tends to be what most of you guys are looking for. That's where you need to be lifting lots and lots of heavy weight. All right, now that heavy weight is going to be critical because of an underlying philosophy of volume. And volume, maximum volume, is what's going to transfer to a lot of strength gains, and lots of volume with lots of reps. And it changing the volume equation by manipulating the reps and the sets is going to transfer into a lot of hypertrophy gains. So volume is strictly just your weight or your load, how much you're lifting, like a 150-pound squat, how many times you lift it per set. So you're looking at, let's say, 10 reps, and then you lift it 3 different sets. So that's your standard 3 sets where you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, done. You take 60 seconds of rest or 90 seconds of rest. In fact, for strength gains, you want a little bit higher. For hypertrophy, you're looking for 60 to 90. If you're looking for muscular endurance, then that's going to be a little bit lower. That's kind of what you're looking for. And then you go back in after 60 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with the same 150, and then do that for a third time. And so that's going to translate really, really well. And that's why I'm such a big proponent, because the research shows you want strength and you want hypertrophy. And that's what most of you say or mean when you say, I want to look better, I want to feel better, I want to tone and tighten, is I want to lose some fat, which building up some of that lean muscle tissue will absolutely spike up that metabolism, because now you got more lean body mass, which means you're going to need to take in more calories to just maintain it, which means if you're not taking in more calories or you're increasing just a little bit, that means you're going to be burning body fat throughout the entire day, which is really good, right? So that's really why I'm such a huge proponent for this. Heavy weights, all right? Lots and lots of or not lots and lots of sets, but we're looking for usually 3 sets, maybe 4. It kind of depends upon the person. You can go as little as 2. It really depends. I mean, that's more personal preference. But the number of reps is pretty consistent, 6 to 12, with the emphasis right there in the middle. I currently shoot for about 10 myself, 10 to 12. But intensity is really, really critical as well. And intensity is how much tension is actually within the muscle. And a lot of that is indicated by the burn when you're going for those reps. So it's that lactic acid burn that's kind of a decent gauge of how much intensity or how much tension is actually going on. How slow can you do it? We don't want to just hammer through these reps. I see that happen so often. People just like cranking through. Don't just crank through the reps. Own those movements. That means when you're doing a chest press, you're laying down on the ground, it's going to be boom, up, explosive, as quick as you can. You're going to bring it down slow and controlled, 2 seconds, right? Boom, throw it up. Now what I don't want to see is boom, bouncing off the chest, up and down. We're not a jackhammer. We're not looking to get through it quickly like a sprint, all right? It's a marathon because that's what's going to benefit us when it comes to body compositional changes in the weight. All right, so approach it like a marathon, and steady wins this race. This is Coach giving you the basics on what you need to be doing for your exercise because you're going to have questions. This is really everything you need to know.